Because here's the interesting thing about the recalibration phase and everything breaking down is that in our life, our wounding, if anybody in this field understands, like our wounding will continue to cycle through our life. And so it's a misconception to think, okay, I've done all this healing and, I'll never be triggered by my parents or something like that. These things will continue to happen and cycle in, but they will cycle in and they will become more and more dissolved as you move through them. So if we understand that, in our healing journey, and you probably understand that sometimes it gets worse before it gets better. It's sort of like the way I think about it is if you're birthing a baby, like right before you're pushing that baby out, oh my gosh, do you want to give up? Do you want to like just die almost? Like your mind kind of thinks like, I can't do this. Like, well, what is this? Like, and then right when baby comes out, if everything kind of goes well, then there's this literally a moment of euphoria. So this moment, this first stage of recalibration, when everything is breaking down, when your health is going to shit, when your life is like you don't know what you're doing anymore with yourself, when your relationships are not working anymore, it is that contraction period, that time where you're pushing a new baby out, right? You're into the world. And that all of that has to be kind of looked at before, it's sort of like it's life giving us a chance. Like, okay, before you have the baby, let's look at all your SHIT so that, when we go through this new phase, this new transition that we're moving through, we actually have the tools, because again, we're still going to be triggered 1,000 times over, but again, it's going to dissolve slowly and slowly every single time, right? So that's what I want to tell everybody, especially people who are on this part where they're kind of just in the healing phase of the journey, in that phase where they just need to pause. They just need to pause and let the nervous system, let the body, let the mind, let the energy recalibrate to the new emerging, right? The new emerging. So you want to ask yourself in this recalibration, like, what is emerging right now? Not just in this phase where it's like, as you kind of look at your this pattern again, probably for the 100th time, or 1,000th time, you want to start to, again, not always go back into the pattern of what it was, but like, okay, what is it becoming? What is unbecoming in this situation? And what is it that I am becoming? And it's not that it's going to happen as you think about it, but it is the opportunity, because what can happen is we can sort of get stuck there and we just kind of re-loop into the pattern over and over again. And maybe we feel like a victim. Maybe we feel like we're not worthy. Maybe we're not enough. Maybe we misdiagnose ourselves as not being spiritual enough or strong enough. And so, it's like when we're at a weak point, that's why I'm talking about, like, it's not necessarily the best time to make assessments about your life